So we are attempting to recover from that try not to laugh challenge that almost broke him.
No, you're spoiling it.
Almost. No, this is going to come out after.
It better.
It will. So yeah, the try not to laugh challenge we just did about broke Ben.
I hurt myself.
Today.
It was not.
I was close.
Winning wasn't worth it.
Yeah,
Damn you, Nate.
Hey, come on, man. I can't help but laugh at some stuff.
I think it physically hurt both of us to restrain because I thought I was going to break when he's... Never mind. I thought I was going to break and then more stuff happened. I'm like, this hurts.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
It hurts like a sumbitch.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to embark on a journey. This journey will take us into movie history. Movie history being... a crossover event that was very highly looked forward to, especially by people in the gaming community.
Yeah.
I was very excited about it. Yeah, and what we got is Alien vs. Predator, as reviewed by the Nostalgia Critic. The first Alien vs. Predator. He just released Alien vs. Predator Requiem, but where that just came out, and we have our monthly thing on that.
Yep.
We aren't going to react to it until a month later. So until then, we are actually going to react to something that we feel is worthy of Spookstober, Alien vs. Predator, which I got to be honest, when I watched this film, I loved it because of the action and because of a lot of the stuff that was going on. I just wish that instead of it being set in modern times, spoiler by the way, instead it was set in more the future, so that we would have the Space Marines actually standing sort of on equal ground. On more equal ground, I should say. Because when you're going against a Xeno, it's kind of hard to really be equal there. Same thing with a Predator, because Predators have such advanced weaponry, and the Xenos are they're fucking Xenos. So what are you going to do about them?
Yep.
So for this we're going to watch let me get it actually on screen. For this, we're going to watch the Nostalgia Critics video package on on Alien vs. Predator, and we're going to see what he likes, what he dislikes, and we're going to see what all happens. So, shall we?
Yep.
Yeah, why not?
All right.
Be a nice change of pace.
Yep. From indescribable
Brought to you by
pain.
Mack Weldon. With smart designs, premium fabrics, and easy shopping, it's probably better than what you're wearing right now.
Hey, Mack Weldon.
Well, Peanut's flipping out.
Banana, banana. I want a banana. I want a banana. Or some spaghetti.
I love his intro.
They're all good.
That's actually a tribute to the Real Adventures of Johnny Quest.
Yep.
It's actually a really very similar.
Waging for years. Two opposing sides that seem eerily similar yet drastically different. They will not stop until they are victorious. Or get bored. It's been happening right under our noses for years. And most important to know, it's all happening right up here. I'm of course talking about the battle between the jock side of your brain and the intellectual side of your brain.
They're constantly in battle, even if you're not aware of it. Oftentimes they disagree.
Fast and the Furious 27 was amazing. Yeah! I like the part where all the awesome shit happened.
Oh, so all of it! Yeah!
Once again, the story and characters make absolutely no sense, and it was just an excuse for pointless stunts.
You shut your ass!
Yeah, don't make me throw her at you.
Yeah, I hurt!
Sometimes they get along.
Captain America's Civil War had depth, insight, and conflict.
Yeah, Spider-Man! Yeah!
Yeah, and Spider-Man.
But every once in a while they get that movie, which neither side knows what to think.
Is it too dumb? Not dumb enough? Trying too hard? Not even trying?
One of those films is Alien vs. Predator.
Yeah.
based off the Alien movie series and the Predator movie series, this idea surprisingly
And the video
had been
game.
buzzing around for a while. When Predator 2 showed the head of an alien mounted, fans immediately started to speculate about what a crossover would be like. There were fan arts, comics, even video games. Hey, that's the case. Where's my Terminator versus RoboCop? Actually, don't do that. Finally, in 2004, after the success of Freddy vs. Jason, we got our cross-horror version. While certainly nobody sees it as the best Alien or Predator movie, the reactions still seem to be all over the map. Some love it, some hate it, some say it's just good enough, others say it's just bad enough. I'll admit I was a little concerned when I saw it was directed by Paul W.S. Anderson. You know, the guy whose movies ranges from to
Yeah.
Poor dude can never get an R rating when he needs it the most. And even when he does, it gets trimmed down because it was too R for an R rating. Or so faint, that's pretty much just a PG-13 in disguise.
Exactly. An Alien versus Predator movie that's PG-13? That's a bullshit!
But it does try and build character and suspense, like the other movies.
Wait,
Yes,
what?
it's just when it goes into all that pointless fighting that becomes pedestrian.
You kidding me? That's all the best stuff in the movie.
You see, it's surprisingly hard to get a grasp on. Unlike the new Alien movies, which everyone can, strangely enough, agree to disagree.
Oh yes, those movies are beyond tired and predictable. Why are they still making those?
Well, actually, we think those movies are okay. But why are they still making those? So let's see which side of your brain you end up agreeing with. This is Alien vs. Predator. We open with the sound many people make while watching this movie. As part of the course, we see this Alien movie takes place in the future of 2004.
Wait, what?
Insert immediate confusion. Done. It's never really explained why this takes place during present day, especially when the Alien movies then make it clear Ripley's team are the first humans to encounter them.
Found something never recorded once in over 300
That's what I'm wondering. That's what I wanted from the
It's been
beginning.
said, though, that this movie is not canon to either film series, which I guess is fine. It looks like they just want to throw in some badass fighting without confusing people with continuity. Oh look, Lance Hendrickson playing Charles Bishop Whalen, who runs a company that builds robots that look just like him in the future but dies in this movie.
Yep.
Okay, so this current reality will make about as much sense as our current reality, so let's just get to the cool cliches we also
that's
forgot.
about right.
Like the introduction of our lead, Alexa, who we know is badass because she's introduced in the ultimate badass cliched introduction of climbing a mountain. Yeah, that immediately shows you're tough when you show that's what you do in your off time. No, really, it's not a big deal. I just do this for fun. Look, I carry mountains in my pocket. It's so not a big deal that she can even take a phone call asking her to go on an expedition.
He's offered to fund the foundation with which you are associated for a full year, if you meet with him.
But that's so not a big deal to the people on the other end because they're already at the top of the mountain waiting for her. All these big cool things are so not big cool things to them that they don't even question the plausibility of them. We're just gonna sneak a helicopter on top of a mountain silently so that the climber never notices. There's really no reason. It'll just be an awesome reveal. Like I said, no big deal because we're badass.
I mean, they've just been waiting there the
Well,
whole
in
time.
Mexico, everyone gathers around an archaeologist who hasn't found anything yet to discover he hasn't found anything yet. Hey, one of these days that's gonna lead to world peace. But Wayland Industries is so
One of these
impressed with
days
his
that's,
ability to do his job poorly,
you know,
they've
gonna buy you
flown out
something.
for the same mission as Alexa, as well as Alan Simon Pegg coming here.
I'm documenting the trip for my boys. This is them, Jacob.
Come on, his name's Spud.
They especially love how not dead I am. Yep, I guess you could say that's my character, having a family and not being dead. I sense a long future for me.
Oh, good.
They all meet up at Wayland Industries, where Mr. Wayland explains their mission several feet above them from behind. That's kind of douchey.
7 days ago, one of my satellites over Antarctica hunting for mineral deposits discovered a sudden heat pollution.
Should we turn our chairs around?
The red lines indicate
Also, it's like one of my professors.
Stage right over there, and our necks are starting to hurt.
One expert tells me this has features reminiscent of the Aztecs.
You don't need the microphone. There's like 15 of us. How are you gonna plan a dangerous expedition? You can't even plan talking to a small group of people.
My experts tell me it's a pyramid.
Mostly because it's shaped like a pyramid. My pyramid experts told me that. Naturally, a disturbance has occurred in the Arctic that Wayland wants looked at right away. But Alexa thinks they don't have enough time to do it right and walks out.
Find another guide.
No, really, guys, she's totes not going. We shot all this footage of her just so she could come in and say no. She's so angry she's not even gonna show her breath in freezing cold weather.
It's the one place left in the world that no one owns.
Come on, don't make me pull out pictures of my kids, okay?
In case you forgot, kids and not being dead. That's whatever my name is.
Do we stand a better chance of surviving with you? Or with the number 2 choice?
I mean, we saw how you treat your own offspring. Clearly, you're a tough bitch. She, of course, eventually agrees, and they get ready to head out.
I'm laying down 3 simple rules. 1, no one goes anywhere alone. 2, everyone must maintain constant communication.
3, if this is your first night, you have to fight.
I'd rather have one and not need it than need it and not have one. I'm glad that you decided to stay.
You too, future corpse with no identity. I'm just calling Jane Lynch Colin.
Ooh.
Jesus.
Oofa.
That actually made my
Now,
head
you have to
hurt.
hand it to Mr. Anderson for trying to establish mood through beautiful cinematography.
As well as characters
Oh, yeah.
who surprisingly don't want to see their necks broken in the sequel.
Yeah, but we're the aliens versus predators.
Yeah, every once in a while it shows them watching, but for the longest time they don't do anything.
Yeah, we could do that.
We are doing that.
Yeah, make a movie about us.
It's true, the movie does take a while to get going, but in the first 2 films we had characters we enjoyed hanging with. And they seem real as well as likable. Here, Alexa is pretty cool and even exchanges a nice conversation with Henriksen.
You think that's the last thing your dad remembers? The pain? Or drinking champagne with his daughter 14,000 feet in the air?
But everyone else is just accents. Oh, I sure hope Mexican accent doesn't die before Scottish accent, but at least we would still have...
but close.
There's no team and no machine in the world that could cut to this depth in 24 hours.
Whatever the hell that's trying to be. I'm gonna say adorable. The journey through the ruins of the Flintstone end credits where they partake in their favorite game, Fake Out Chunning.
Lex!
That was pretty good, but surely there's a better one behind the corner. No, I'm sorry, that doesn't count unless you make a chun with every step you take. Actually, I would kill if that penguin took the role of the cat in the series. Hell, we could give it its own animated spin-off with a surprise ending. Why am I the only one that sees the possibilities here?
Wow.
There's a pretty cool shot when the Predator ship passes over them, literally without making a sound. In fact, it actually goes more quiet when it passes over.
Okay, that was pretty cool.
But is followed by our hero snooping around in the dark.
Seen it.
I don't know why these movies always go with this setup. It's been done too many times. We know most of them are going to die, and it's not really a mystery of what's out there. You could argue it's to showcase the gore, but PG-13, you know you're not going to get that.
Yeah.
It's not even any of the main characters that get axed off first. It's a bunch of extras.
Good night.
I'm surprised the Predator's vision doesn't look like this. My God, they're evil. They found a way to combine the Virtual Boy and the Power Glove into one. These Predators really do know how to make bombs. So it looks like the Predators actually captured a queen alien and have her lay facehuggers to grow in humans and be hunted by them. Either that or now Cadbury eggs have a reason for tasting bad. That's right, I said it. Who wants a piece of me?
No, I'm with him.
I guess it makes a lot of sense.
I'm with him.
They do taste like shit.
I can't deal with it.
Fun to kill off.
Christ, we went from Schwarzenegger to this. Take his skull, Frank. I don't want to take his skull. You take his skull. Fine, neither of us will take his skull. We'll just let time kill him and piss on his corpse. Hi, I'm Time. Mine's bigger. Shut up, Frank.
Our appetizers stumble across fog machines for the Predator's ancient ritual of running a haunted garage.
Any idea what these are? No. You? No.
Plasma weapons.
The experts.
Hey, they're only good at figuring out that pyramid shapes are pyramids. How the hell are they supposed to figure out what gun shapes are?
Well, yeah, it is a good thing. Because this is like finding Moses' DVD collection.
It's our first really weird line of the movie. Took a while, but that was satisfyingly dumb.
This is like finding Moses' DVD collection.
Sorry, that line was so dumb, it's literally killing me.
Cancer.
No, don't touch them.
No, yeah, after staring at them for almost 3 minutes, only now does he say, don't touch them. That should be minimum sentence number 2. Wow, look at these. Touch them, we're dead. This, of course, signals the Predators to hunt them down as they display... Holy shit, gremlin cocoons! This movie just got 1 million extra points!
No.
No, of course, it's the face huggers who jump in slow-mo so you can tell how fake they are. And impregnate our victims pretty fast, considering it's usually a day or two process in the original, and now it's only a few minutes. Even the chest burst doesn't seem like that big a deal anymore. All the other times it's horrific, downright disturbing. But here? Oh, that's annoying. Oh, come on, alien. Just because you're shaped like a dick doesn't mean you have to act like one. Okay, I'm only giving you 2 stars on Yelp, and that's because I actually went, yeah! But you get 1 more star if you sing Hello, My Baby.
No.
No.
Man.
No.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey.
That bit
Hello, my ragtime
is
gal.
so old, but something about it still gets me.
It's because it's John Hurt who actually has it happen to him again. He's just
well,
sitting
no,
there like...
No, just like the singing, dancing bit. Like with the frog from Looney Tunes. It's that bit.
I know that. It's just, I think it's because the ridiculousness of it happening to John Hurt again, to me, is the funniest thing. Because it's him, after the chestburster comes out, he's just like, not again.
Yep.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal. God. All right, back to it.
Meanwhile, everyone either gets Tetris to death or separated.
Well, shit.
Oh, no! Not whatever accent he was! I missed the way
Irish,
he existed! But the
Other
Predators
Scottish
also seem to
accent.
want their guns back. Bullshit. I am not dying via net. In an Alien vs. Predator movie, I refuse to go out this way. That's a little better. 2 stars on Yelp.
Wow.
But the Predator and Alien finally meet, and shit gets shaky. Oh, come on!
Can't see what's going on.
And everybody's just like, what the fuck is this? Okay, that was badass.
Very well put together action, yeah. Oh, come on.
Somebody high-five me. High-five!
There you go, Cyanide.
It's weird. When you can see it, it's friggin' awesome. It even has a fair amount of practical effects mixed with the CG. But when it's shaking and isn't rendered right, it sucks hard. Okay, now jump to the part where you use the alien as a pinball. Masters of fear. But after one predator gets axed, another one goes after the humans. Seeing how Henriksen has asthma, he doesn't even bother with him, but Henriksen still has something to prove. Sorry. Joke's on you, I'm somehow gonna end up in 2 more Alien movies.
Oh.
I will admit, it is a shame that the film is only PG-13.
Yeah, but for a PG-13 movie, they got away with a lot.
Though, I'm confused. Does making the blood green make it somehow less gory?
No, I think it just makes it a Christmas movie.
Best Christmas movie since Die Hard! Yeah!
Disagree strongly.
No, Die Hard's still winning.
Yeah.
Sadly, though, we go from one awesome fighting scene to a whole shit ton of explaining.
Ancient warriors would mark themselves. These hunters found a backwater planet and were worshipped as gods. Humans were used to breed the ultimate prey, but if the hunters lost, they made sure nothing survived. Heatbloom was designed to lure us down here.
Nobody cares! We don't need to know why they mark themselves, we can figure it out. Obviously it's a predator temple, they're plastered all over the place. And it's pretty clear they breed the aliens to hunt them because we know that's what they enjoy. Though, I'll say this, there is one thing they don't explain. Why have a temple at all? Why not just drop a few eggs, wait a year, and then literally hunt a planet of aliens? Wouldn't that be much more challenging? That'd be a great vacation spot for predator families. Hey, kids, you want to go to Planet Dickhole? You do nothing but zap dickholes who have dickholes in their dickholes. We already have a children's film for them to watch afterwards. How can nobody smell the money? Oh, by the way, Die McDie Dead dies. To be fair, it is good to know that the guy that goes on and on about his kids is killed off by another parent's kids. It's kind of like a vegetarian being trampled by a cow. It's a little funny.
Wow. When that door opens, we're dead.
During a big game hunt, the animal's been hunted. Don't harm the
Damn it, just PG-13 him to death! Thank you. This means it's just Alexa left as she confronts the last predator, gives him back his gun, and through honestly very clever storytelling, we're visually told everything with no dialogue. She kills an alien, winning his respect. They realize they have to work together. He shows her the alien skin is immune to the acid blood, so she uses the tail as a spear and the head as a goddamn shield and...
Why wasn't this movie about her?
What? What do you mean?
All the cool stuff is happening now. Using the alien armor alone is badass.
That's
you can't just
badass.
have a horror film with only one person through most of it.
Actually, he may have a point. Because the movie is PG-13, the only gore we can get is from the monsters, and there's been plenty of horror films that focus on one person most of the time. As long as the character is interesting like she is, that would possibly work.
There'd be less filler and dialogue, and by focusing on only one person, it'd surprisingly have more human interest.
And we get more of what we want. Alien versus Predator, man!
Yeah! And... Come on.
What did I get? What? Because, truth be told, the rest of the movie is hugely entertaining. The aliens help the Queen escape, they find various ways to outsmart and outrun it, and they have to do it all through communication that's not verbal. True, sometimes it's Resident Evil shows, but it's shot great, the pacing is better, and it's nothing but the cool, badass characters left just being cool, badass characters.
Yeah.
She even has to show her loyalty by killing off one of her friends because an alien is bursting out of him, showing she's not going soft and she means business. It's actually pretty cool.
Yes.
After they blow
As it should have been, the entire damn
means
film.
The Queen is destroyed. Hey, as long as this thing doesn't pop up, I'm good.
Oh, God.
Her making her a first-level awesomenator. But naturally, it's not quite over.
Not yet. It never is.
We are not amused. It's a three-way battle between alien, predator, and human, and by God, just saying that sentence was amazing. But they all get injured, meaning they have to take cover.
Fuck.
We're the elephant graveyard!
Yep.
The predator gets stabbed, but Alexa launches the Queen into the ocean, nailing her punk ass.
See ya.
Good night.
I wish I could drown. It's gonna be a long life. It looks like other predators arrive. Just in the nick of time. But they see she's an honorary brother and leave her alone, even giving her one of their staff for putting up an honorable fight.
Hey, cool.
Thanks.
Thanks,
guys.
Don't touch the red button, that'll blow up Earth. Laters. But they should have ran that body through customs because it looks like he's carrying some illegal cargo.
Wait a minute. When did a facehugger get him?
Why would the Queen attack him if he was impregnated?
Why would it mix with his DNA, creating a new creature?
Actually...
It was cool.
No, actually, they have... Okay, I'll talk about that later. Really?
So that was Alien vs. Predator, and even today, it's still kind of hard to get a grasp on. In so many ways, it betrays what we want, but in so many other ways, it delivers exactly what we want. It looks great, there are good fight scenes and cool moments.
Yep.
Even the worst parts really aren't that bad, especially when you compare it to their other films. It sucks waiting through certain moments, but when you get to the fun stuff, it is a lot of fun. I guess it depends on what you're looking for. I'm personally glad I saw it. It didn't give me everything, but it gave me enough. So while your inner jock and inner intellect duke it out, hopefully you can come to a conclusion about whether or not this is worth your time. By no means the best, but by no means the worst, it is the enigma that is Alien vs. Predator. But there is one thing we can all agree on. Requiem sucks. Oh my God! Don't absolutely terrible. I'm gonna stop, Critic, and Requiem sucks.
Yeah.
Requiem sucks.
There's not the word. There are not even words to describe that.
I will say you as well.
Resources.
Okay.
That was my life in a nutshell.
Okay, so
yeah.
So here's the thing. They actually all the complaints that they had there. Let me actually go back to whenever the Predalien dawns, rears its ugly head.
Yep.
All the complaints.
Some legal cargo.
Wait a minute. When did a facehugger get him?
That's actually in the movie. It was when he had the mask off and was marking himself.
Yep. When they first noticed he was marking himself, and then they walked away, he turned around, boom, facehugger.
Yeah. And it looked like later that he fought the facehugger off and just put his mask back on.
Mm-hmm.
But
apparently not in time.
No.
Why would the queen attack him if he was impregnated?
Because the queen can't see it.
Yes. And even though drones, actually I'll assess both this criticism and the next one
Why
right
would
here.
it mix with his DNA creating a new creature?
Why would it mix with his DNA creating a new creature? They confirmed that in the third movie, even though, it's a pretty bad movie, they introduced the interesting concept that the genetic makeup of the creature that is
born
impregnated
is based off of the creature that it's gestating within.
Yes.
Yeah.
Giving us in the third film a stalker alien, a quadrupedal one that is actually
based off a dog.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, in the assembly cut, it was actually an oxen, but they went with a dog because a dog has more predatory instincts than a bovine.
Yeah.
And also the secondary criticism, the reason the queen attacked it is because the queen is honestly only interested in reproducing eggs, and whenever it feels threatened, no matter what, it attacks.
Yeah.
Right.
So with the predator trying to kill it, its natural response is attack. And thus, that's really all the criticisms answered right there. I mean, the first one's answered just by going back and looking, and just like, hey, when he was marking himself, that's where the facehugger attacked him. The second one, it's just like in the third movie, the next two can be answered pretty much by bringing up the third film.
Mm-hmm.
And
which is weird because this is supposed to exist outside of the canon of both series.
Well,
it's like why?
They originally said whenever they created the alien that they wanted it to be able to adapt to the different creatures of the of which they were occupying, to which they were incubating within. And I think that's actually one thing they wanted to touch upon in Prometheus with certain things. However, the execution of Prometheus and the execution of Alien Covenant, that was a dumpster fire that was preluded by a 747 filled with shit just crashing.
I was not expecting Alien Covenant to be, as it was another add-on to Prometheus. That was me. I was thinking it was going to focus more back on the alien like we used to have, but
yeah.
Well, I understand what Ridley Scott was trying to do with Prometheus. He was trying to set up a lore as like a big, broad explanation. Him and Damon Lindelof, who was the head writer of Prometheus, they wanted to set up a canon within the Alien franchise that would give it more depth as to understand how the xenomorphs came to exist in their full capacity.
Right.
Now, what we got in Prometheus was we were introduced to the progenitors of pretty much all society. You had the Prometheans. They had, and they went to their plant. They went to that one plant where they got the signal to go to.
LV-426.
Yes, where they found the ship, and where they found pretty much all the where David found the vials that had the it recombines DNA. You see, the MacGuffin to me is game breaking. It's a world breaking substance, because where did it come from? Mm-hmm. How did that happen? And that just opens up a whole other box of questions. Where did they make this stuff? Is this something they manufactured to recombine DNA and restructure DNA? And if they didn't create it, then where did it come from? It's a whole thing that just opens up a whole other thing of questions. Yeah. And if you wanted to create something like that to where it would explain the origins of the xenomorphs in their final form, in which that's what we got at the end of Alien Covenant, I think you could have done it with other means. I think you could have done it by explaining that by these creatures, you can actually have a progenitor of the Xenos, like they had at the end of Prometheus. You could actually have creatures that are like that. But instead, no, these creatures who are trying to play God made this stuff that recombines DNA and makes monsters, which, okay, fair enough, whatever. It's their film franchise. They can do whatever they want with it. Yeah. They can create as many train wrecks as they want. I will say that. But we will always have Alien, the first Alien movie, and we'll always have aliens.
Yep.
And that's
we'll
one thing.
We'll always have Alien.
Yeah, and honestly, they can't take that from us.
No.
And
they really can't.
That's why I would, and again, I keep harping on this. I really wish Neil Blomkamp would have been given his opportunity, because he's a creative guy. We watch Zygote.
Oh,
and for those of you out there who haven't seen Zygote, go watch it. It's one of the most
really
creative
good
short films out there. And he had a lot of ideas in that he was going to put in his Alien film, but because, Ridley Scott had to swing his dick around and pretty much ruin everything for Blomkamp's his Alien film. Yeah, his chance at revitalizing the Alien franchise in some way.
Yeah.
I mean, oh my gosh, dude, it just makes me ill to think that all the stuff that I've heard about Hollywood is true. It's pretty much just high school with a shit ton of money involved.
Yep. And even more entitled douchebags doing way worse things.
Yeah. Look, I understand Ridley Scott's got a big head about him. I mean, he created the Alien franchise. He created Blade Runner. He's a visionary director in his own right. But at the same time, you have to
get a grip.
Yeah, you have to let the new generation come in and try and do new things. Because Neil Blomkamp is a member of that new generation of directors that isn't being given a snowball's chance in hell, because guess what? Nobody's willing to give him a chance. The only person that gave him a chance is Peter Jackson. And he made District 9, which, contrary to how you feel about it, is a badass film. There's so much going in that film that is right. It has themes of xenophobia. It has themes of right and wrong. It has themes of a person's opinion changing the more their perspective is put on tilt. I mean, it's amazing. And then because you feel you have to be the one to tell the story, you deny him his opportunity. Thanks. And now we will never see the retold story of Ripley. Actually, I wanted to see Ripley and Hicks again. I missed them a lot.
Yeah.
And for them retconning 3 and 4 and pretty much going, oh no, they made it back to Earth, and Newt is grown up now, and she's actually trying to be a soldier in her own right, and the aliens have come to Earth.
Ooh,
that is a scary fucking concept. The aliens come to Earth and they hit civilization. And they multiply at a very rapid rate, and it's up to them to stop it in some way. To me, that's awesome, but we're not going to get that now. Thanks.
Anywho.
Yeah. So, Alien versus Predator, back on topic of this, part of this film, amazing.
Yeah.
Parts of this film, really, really good. But the needless callbacks, and also the pointless characters being there. I mean, you cut out all the fluff. You cut out a lot of pointless characters and everything, and instead you focus on Lexi, who is a badass.
Yeah.
She is a primo badass, and Sanaa Lathan is a great actress. I think there's a lot that can be done. I think there was a lot that could have been done that could have made this film great. The shots that they set up, some of them are beautiful. The practical effects they use, beautiful. And parts of the story, also really good. It's just, come on, guys. Treat your properties with respect, and you won't be betrayed.
Yeah.
But
anywho.
Yeah, anywho.
Yeah. we're kind of burning this one.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for tuning in. And I guess until next time, signing off, I'm Nate.
I'm Ben.
I'm Kyra.
I'm Clinton.
And Peanut is under here.
Conked like a dog.
What are you talking about? I thought we were all Mothmen, except for Peanut. I'm just joking. Okay. Yeah, that joke's going to die.
It's late. I'm tired.
I'm tired. It's late.
I'm late. It's tired.
Yeah.
Peanut, are you ready to go to bed?
Yes, he is.
So, yeah, well...
Kyra's over here conking on us.
Yeah, we'll see you later, everybody. Take care. Peace out.
Peace out.